Hi, and welcome to the Cubii community. My name's Anne, and I'm going to show you how to get started with the Cubii Compact Seated Elliptical. Are you ready? First, you're going to set your Cubii at a distance away from you that's comfortable. Start by placing your feet on the pedals. You can always vary your foot placement, but start by centering your foot top to bottom and side to side. Then you're going to reach down and turn your resistance knob all the way to the left on level 1. You're going to push one foot away from you to start the pedal. Meanwhile, the opposite foot is going to come towards you. Keep the feet in contact with the pedals the best you can. If you can't get that first push to go, you're going to want to try to do two things. First, place your feet a little bit higher on the pedals and try to push it out again. You can readjust the foot to center as soon as you get used to the motion. If you're not keeping in contact with the pedal or your feet feel unstable, try sliding your foot further down a little bit. This will also create more ankle flexion. And if that didn't work, you might be too far away from the pedals, so you're going to bring the Cubii in a little bit closer and try again. If you find that the unit is sliding away from you, you can use the Cubii workout mat to keep the unit stable. The action of the pedal is elliptical, a little different than a bicycle. The pedals slide away from you and towards you, strengthening your legs. As you can see, the Cubii elliptical is easy to use and low impact. Now, you're pedaling, but how far should you go? Here's your getting started roadmap. The warm-up is low intensity for approximately 5 minutes. Resistance level 1 to 3. Cardio section is low to medium intensity for 5 to 30 minutes. Resistance level anywhere from 1 to 6. The slow down and stretch is 5 minutes. The resistance level here can back down to 1 to 3. Let's get started with 5 minutes warm-up on low intensity for you, usually at the resistance level of 1 to 3. After 5 minutes, if you feel your calves are getting tired or you feel winded at all, then just rest and start again the next day. If not, you'll go on from here to the cardio section. For cardio, ideally you want to work up to 30 minutes, but give yourself time to build up to that. The intensity should be low at the beginning, but for cardio, we can go up between 3 and 6. Monitor how you're breathing. If you're getting winded, slow down, go into the stretches. If you get to 10 minutes pretty easily, you can certainly continue, but I would recommend that you do a stand-up test and walk around for a minute. The reason is the Cubii should feel easy, and sometimes people just don't know how much they're really working until they stand up. If you do the stand-up test and you feel like your legs are not fatigued, then you can go back and do another cardio segment and build up to that 30 minutes. If you get up and you feel heaviness in your legs or worked muscles, then it's time to slow down and stretch. To end your exercise, you're going to pedal slowly for a couple of minutes to cool down, maybe on a less resistance. And it might be harder to go slower after you've been cranking it, but take some deep breaths and try to slow down that music in your head. Slowly pedaling for about 5 minutes. Now we're going to do some stretches. So we're going to slide forward and just place the ankle up on top of the Cubii. So we want to stretch our feet and our calf muscles by pumping the foot towards us and away from us. Okay. If you can't lift the leg all the way up on top of the Cubii, you can put your foot on the pedal, push the pedal away, and sit back and do the same thing. Great. The next stretch is going to be a hip hinge forward. So we're going to open up our feet and we're going to place our hands on our thighs and just lean forward with a flat back until you feel a stretch. Take a breath in and release that stretch. Good. Let's do it again. flat back and stretch. You might find that the second time you go into the stretch, you can go a little further and stretch your low back. Take a breath in and then exhale and press forward. Anytime you're bending forward, you want to make sure you have back support. And so we're going to get each side of our lower back. We're going to twist a little bit towards one thigh. And again, with the back support, lean forward, breathing through your stretches. And coming on up, and then rotate to the other side, and flat back stretching. Lean over. Now you should feel this in the opposite side of your lower back. And we're going to do that 3 times on each leg. So over to this side. Now I'm stretching this side of my lower back. Just hold the stretch for a couple of seconds. Breathing throughout your stretches. Anytime you hold your breath, you're kind of causing the muscles to clench and resist you. So you want to keep your breath flowing. And up. One more time. And come on up. And that's your workout. Here's a quick review. Check with your healthcare provider before starting any exercise program. Foot placement, center. Place your feet in the center of the pedals. If it's too hard, try moving your foot up on top of the pedal or pushing the chair back. The warm-up, 5 minutes, low intensity. Level 1 to 3. Cardio is 5 to 30 minutes. Work up to that. Low to medium intensity. Level 3 to 6 of the resistance. The slow down and stretch is a 5-minute interval. You're going to pedal slower, stop, stretch your ankles, your calves, and your back. Now that you know how to start, you can do other activities comfortably while pedaling, like work on your laptop, read a book, do a conference call, or watch a movie. If I come home from a day where I haven't had enough activity, I'll chill out and do my Cubii while watching my favorite shows. I will warn you though, from personal experience, if you watch an action movie or a scary movie, you may do way more than you intended. Congratulations for starting with your Cubii elliptical. I'm excited that you're set up. For more tips and tricks, check the Facebook community. Let's share, let's motivate each other, and let's keep moving.